Living room, small study, gourmet kitchen.
What happened to the previous manager?
Yeah, why would anybody ever want to leave this?
Mr. Duran likes to approve every tenant himself. Obviously, whatever you guys said, won him over.
Hey, honey, come meet my new assistant.
This is Alexis. Can you believe it? She lives in the neighborhood. Right across the street, actually.
Let me tell you about a violinist I knew. What do you think he would have given to be the best?
Anything.
Not anything. Everything. Now it's time to settle up. You're only renting this life, my friend.
What's happening to me?
It's not right what you do.
What I do is fulfill needs.
Please forgive me.
You shouldn't have come here. They're never gonna let you go.
Are we gonna be okay here?
My name is Rob Moynihan. I'm with TV Guide magazine, and it is a pleasure to introduce the panel for 666 Park Avenue. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it. Please welcome executive producer Matt Miller. Please welcome Dave Annabelle. Give it up for Rachel Taylor. The very lovely Vanessa Williams. The man of mystery himself, Terry O'Quinn. And executive producer David Wilcox. So, Terry, here you are again, another mysterious guy, mysterious character. What is it about this guy that really drew you to this role? Have you figured him out yet? Have you figured Gavin out? Like, where does he lie, really?
No. No, the short answer is no, I haven't, because I've seen as much of Gavin as you all have seen. I know that's a familiar thing to say, but when you do television, it's you don't get things too far in advance, at least in my experience. So I know about Gavin what you all know about Gavin, and I have the same questions. Hopefully you have questions, and I have them too. And this guy here is going to have to answer them shortly. He's got some explaining to do.
Well, even though he's mysterious, he seems to be a little more evil than like a John Locke character.
He seems at the moment purely evil. As far as I can tell, he would not slow down in the road for a child in a baby carriage. As you know, maybe we'll find a few more levels to him. I think so, and I expect so. What do you think, David?
I think there's a lot to find out about this guy. And I guess I would just say that he is not who you expect him to be. And, it'll take a long time to figure out exactly who this guy is. And I think he's just going to surprise the hell out of you.
So, but with Vanessa now, who's really calling the shots between Olivia and Gavin? Because it seems like there's a little devious side to you as well.
Well, I guess I'm Mrs. Evil, so I don't know. I mean, it seems like we're in cahoots, and we definitely are trying to seduce this lovely couple to live the lifestyle that we are. Mm-hmm. And I think that's our biggest brand and power right now, to be able to show that the Drake lifestyle is something that everybody wants. And it's a coveted building. We actually shot in the Ansonia building, Upper West Side of New York, if anybody recognizes the building, which is on the west side, not Park Avenue, but it's an incredible building. And as a New Yorker, you always dream about being in those luxury buildings. So I think you see it on the screen, that hope, that wish, that desire, and this man is the one who will make you sign a contract in order to get it.
Right. A binding contract.
Yes.
Well, for Rachel and Dave, it seems like your relationship starts out really strong in the pilot. You guys are very much in love.
She's only human.
But we see with another couple here that what temptation can do. to couples. So do you think that the road for this couple is rocky ahead?
Well, I hope not, but I feel it's kind of inevitable, and maybe David Wilcox, who's our lovely writer, can tell you more. But I think my impression is that Jane is a very sweet, innocent girl with a fairly strong moral centre. This one, on the other hand, I feel like could be more easily led into temptation. But David, I mean, that's me just kind of stabbing in the dark.
Well, yeah, I think Henry is incredibly ambitious, which is why ultimately I think they moved into the building, and there could be plenty of opportunities to potentially work with Gavin. And I think it's really exciting to see where that story is going to go. I mean, we're fans ourselves, so we've been cornering these guys saying, what happens,
Well, their target seems to be Henry, and they're using Jane to kind of get to her, too. So something that we can continue for Matt and David?
Yeah, I think certainly.
They're saying nothing, you guys.
I know. They literally will not tell us anything.
A thing.
We don't know anything. Yeah. That's part of the problem.
Well, you did, I mean, it is based on a novel, but you did depart significantly from some core aspects of the novel. Why did you decide to do that and kind of take it your own way? And are there any aspects that we might be expecting, the witches maybe coming back?
Yeah, probably not.
Okay.
I'd say. No, I think this show is sort of taking on a life of its own, which is really cool as we're digging into these stories and following these characters where they go. Honestly, they're sort of surprising us as we go. And we don't go back to the book, really. We may at some point go look at it and come back to it, and it's a perfectly good book and everything. But this is a different show. Mm-hmm. We want to do different things with it. So,
how deep is the mythology going to run in the show? Is it going to be something that if you miss an episode, you're going to completely be confused at what happens next week, or how are you going to kind of thread the mythology through it?
Don't miss an episode.
You miss a minute.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I think that the show is going to, the episodes themselves will hopefully have sort of self-contained beginning, middle, and end, but it's all going to feed part of the bigger mythology of the show. Who is Gavin? Why does he want Henry? Why does he want Jane? And I have to say, though, that the show, and you were talking about the book before, that the show is really quite a departure from the book, and it really is the singular, very specific, and incredibly creepy vision of David Wilcox that has brought this thing to life, and we're all really excited with where he's going to take it.
We saw a handful of other tenants throughout the building in the pilot too. Are there any other tenants we can look forward to? Is it going to be kind of a person of the week we're introduced to, or how's that going to kind of work?
Yeah, I think the idea is to take our core group of series regulars and explore what's going on in their lives, as well as blending not necessarily every week, but every few weeks, these storylines like the Barlow couple in the pilot, and people that are making a more accelerated deal with the devil, so to speak, so that we can see them and understand what their dreams are and how he manipulates them. And that's really kind of the universal idea of the show is everyone has a price. What would you do to get your dreams?
Yeah, and I mean, I would just add that, we don't want the show to be formulaic. And I think when the show becomes formulaic, we've failed. And I don't want you guys to anticipate what's going to happen and know what's going to happen. I certainly hope you speculate, but I hope you're constantly surprised. And that's certainly how we're approaching our storytelling. And, I think you'll be pleased.
Going back to what you said with the religious symbolism too, I mean, clearly we have 666, the sign of the devil, in the title. There was a line with Terry said, an act of God. Can we kind of assume maybe, Terry, you'll be playing either a godlike figure?
Yeah, if you use the term very loosely, I mean...
More on the devil's side, maybe.
I mean, perhaps. You could assume that. Yeah, if I'm not him, apparently we've met, or at least, we email each other. I get regular things from him. But no, in fact, to what David was saying, that the question of who this guy is, who Olivia is, who his wife is, what exactly is their relationship, who holds all the cards, is Gavin, does he work for the devil, or is he in fact a victim? Is he a prisoner? Has he made a deal of his own? And those are all things that all questions I have that I think will be fun to answer. And hopefully we'll be able to spend plenty of time doing that, and it'll be entertaining all the way.
It could be a bigger bad, and it could be Olivia, too. You never know.
Oh, she's probably the boss.
They all are. Well, and then Rachel, it looks like since you're going to be managing the apartment on the complex on the day-to-day basis, you're going to be the one in charge of uncovering the spookiest things.
Yes.
Seeing the ghosts on the roof, seeing the symbol in the basement. So with the basement renovation coming up, are you ready for all the secrets to come out?
Yes, I think there's going to be a lot of me on set on my own at probably 3 a.m. fixing a washing machine. That's probably going to end in something really, really creepy and spooky. And I'm very excited because really all of that dark kind of territory is such an exciting place for a young actress. Like, it really is an incredible opportunity to do something that I certainly haven't done on television, and I've probably never done thus far, which is like explore, what happens when possibly really terrible things might be happening to some characters that we love. So I feel like I'm in a very cool position in that regard, discovering spooky stuff.
Yeah. The body count will be high, too, right? You guys will be...
Oh,
Potentially,
wow.
yes.
And we don't know when is it going to be revealed that Jane's actually from Australia.
I know, right?
Guys, which
By the way,
accent am I in right now?
That's right.
Because it comes in and out kind of a lot. I'm
It's a little
Australian right now. Good.
But that doesn't leave this room. That's a big secret.
You guys mentioned you filmed on location in New York. I mean, Dave, were there any spooky circumstances that happened in the complex?
No, I think to touch on what Vanessa was saying, I feel like we all felt pretty lucky to shoot in the Estonia. I mean, it was a really sort of great building. There's a lot of history with that building. I think I was reading, and I can be completely making this up, but Babe Ruth lived in that building at one point. Thank you, Matt. Forced to agree with me. I think we're very excited to continue shooting in there and discovering what's going to happen on set. And like Rachel said, a lot of late nights. So I'm sure something's going to come. And Terry's got that creepy look. So, you see him in the alley. I mean, Gavin. Excuse me. Gavin.
You're going to scare him away, Terry?
I don't know. I never see it.
Well, we can't wait to see what's in store for it next. But before we say goodbye, I do want to say, Terry, you're going to hate me for doing this, but in 2 days it is your birthday.
Yay!
So I think we should maybe have a round of a happy birthday. We should serenade a Comic-Con happy birthday for Terry right now.
Birthday to you.
I don't have
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Terry. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much. Happy birthday, it says Skull and Crossbones, happy birthday. I actually had my deal with the devil. I'm actually going to be 127 in 2 days, so I'm holding up pretty well.
And this is your first Comic-Con, right? So
My first Comic-Con, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed you all during Lost, but I'm glad we get to catch up now.
Cool. Well, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. We can't wait to see it. On ABC, Sundays at 10, 666 Park Avenue.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.